You probably think the Apple TV is just a dusty, forgotten puck sitting under your flat screen, a relic Apple completely abandoned. But here is the thing. You are actually being set up for the biggest living room ambush in Apple history. Apple is quietly getting ready to drop a brand new Apple TV, and this could happen any day now with absolutely zero warning. Or they might hold it back until WWDC 2026 for a massive software reset. Honestly, both of these timelines make a terrifying amount of sense. I know what some of you are thinking. Why on earth should I care about a basic streaming box in 2026? But I need you to understand something right now. This is not just another plastic box to watch Netflix on. There is a very specific strategic reason Apple has delayed this exact hardware for over 3 years. And it involves a massive shift in their entire ecosystem that absolutely no one saw coming. I am going to tell you exactly what that missing piece is before this video ends, so do not go anywhere. Right now, let's talk about the giant elephant in the room. While Samsung is rushing to stuff clunky AI into everything from their refrigerators to their televisions just to grab cheap headlines, Apple is playing an entirely different, much longer game. The Apple TV we can buy today is helplessly stuck in the past when it comes to the single most important tech trend of our lifetime: on-device AI. We are sitting here in late April 2026, and the current Apple TV has not been updated in over 3 years. In the fast-paced world of tech, 3 years is practically a century. The current model is still running on an A15 chip. Yes, that is the exact same family of chips that powered the old iPhone 13. Don't get me wrong, the A15 is still smooth. It handles your 4K streaming without any real lag. It is a lot like an old, reliable V8 engine in a classic muscle car. It gets the job done and sounds great doing it. But the entire industry has shifted, and the conversation is no longer just about whether a simple box can play a movie without stuttering. Now the real question is whether this box can run Apple Intelligence locally and safely. If you have been waiting patiently to upgrade your living room setup and you are feeling completely frustrated, I completely understand. You have probably watched rumor after rumor get pushed back. You check the news, you see a leak, and then absolutely nothing happens. Today I am going to tell you exactly why this update feels like it is coming tomorrow, and yet feels months away at the exact same time. It all comes down to a massive bottleneck that Apple is scrambling to fix behind closed doors. We have heard from highly credible sources like Bloomberg and Mark Gurman that it is coming soon for a very long time. Supply chain reports were screaming that it would drop last year, then early this year. Now people are saying it could happen any minute. I have followed these leaks closely too, and it is wildly annoying when things keep slipping. But here is the thing. There is a specific reason for this massive delay. It all comes down to tvOS and Apple's next big software push. Apple absolutely does not want the Apple TV to be left behind when Siri gets her major upgrade. If tvOS 27 is announced at WWDC 2026 next month, it is going to feature a shockingly smarter Siri with deep, system-wide AI integrations. But Apple needs hardware sitting on store shelves that can actually run these intense features. The current Apple TV cannot do that. Apple Intelligence requires heavy on-device processing to protect your personal privacy. You guys remember the early internet days, right? When you had to wait 5 agonizing minutes for a dial-up connection just to download a single low-resolution image. That is exactly what running cloud AI feels like on old hardware today. The current model fails the modern AI test for 2 massive reasons: the aging chipset and the memory limitation. To support these new AI features, you need a state-of-the-art neural engine. You also need enough RAM headroom to keep everything running without crashing your Friday movie night. In Apple's highly secretive world, that means you need at least an A17 Pro level chip, and you need at least 8 GB of RAM. Specific numbers feel more real and believable, and 8 GB is the undisputed magic number for Apple Intelligence. This is exactly why the A17 Pro rumor keeps coming back from the dead. This chip matters a lot, but here is where it gets absolutely insane. The most likely version for the new Apple TV is not the exact same chip pulled directly from the iPhone 15 Pro. It is highly likely the slightly trimmed version found in the recent iPad mini. That version is slightly scaled back on the graphics side. Honestly, this makes perfect sense for an Apple TV. Apple can reuse an existing chip manufacturing line to keep their production costs down, while totally unlocking AI compatibility for your living room. If Apple ships a new box with an A17 Pro and 8 gigs of RAM, the entire story changes overnight. Suddenly, the Apple TV is no longer just a basic streaming puck. It becomes the central command station of Apple's entire AI home strategy. This is the first iPhone moment all over again. This brings us directly back to the timing, because this is exactly where your wallet needs to be ready. There are two highly realistic windows for this release. The first window is what we call a quiet press release. Some insiders call this the warehouse theory. The idea is that these new units are already manufactured, boxed up, and literally sitting in a dark warehouse right now. Apple does this all the time. There is no big flashy event, no dramatic drone footage flying through Apple Park. The product just randomly appears on their website on a random Tuesday morning. If the hardware is fully baked, this is the cleanest path for Apple. It lets them clear out all the old A15 inventory quietly. More importantly, it sets a powerful baseline for AI hardware right before their big software event next month. Developers desperately need this box in their hands early. They need time to test the new Siri frameworks and build smarter home automation apps. They absolutely cannot wait until the end of the year to start coding. Now let's talk about the second window, which is WWDC 2026 itself. This would be the massive stage moment. Apple could show off tvOS 27, give us a live demo of a shockingly smart Siri, and then hit us with the classic line. They would say the brand new Apple TV is available to order right now. This creates a very clean, incredibly powerful narrative. It ties the brand new hardware directly to the software breakthrough. It gives people a real tangible reason to pull out their credit cards and upgrade. It makes the Apple TV feel incredibly relevant and exciting again. But wait, besides the AI brain transplant, we are also looking at massive performance upgrades. Dropping an A17 Pro into a box plugged into your wall would mean lightning-fast app loading and incredible multitasking. But more importantly, it allows for a massive push into higher-end gaming. Hardware-accelerated ray tracing is a giant part of that conversation. The A17 Pro was the first Apple chip to really market true ray tracing. Putting that much power into a living room console, NASA called they want their engineering back. Apple could use this raw power to push Apple Arcade so much harder. Imagine playing massive AAA games, the kind you usually see on a PlayStation or Xbox, right on your Apple TV without buying a massive $500 console. But if they do that, storage becomes a very critical question. High-end games are massively large files. I do not think Apple will change the base storage if they want to keep the entry price low. The current tiers of 64GB and 128GB are usually enough for standard 4K streaming. But if they actually want massive games on the TV, they might be forced to bump the base storage. If the Apple TV becomes a legitimate casual gaming console, 64 gigs will feel incredibly small very quickly. It would be like buying a massive 5-bedroom house, but only getting a 1-car garage. This is where Apple could really surprise us and catch the entire industry off guard. Now, we should not expect a total visual redesign of the box itself. Let's be real. Most people hide the Apple TV behind their massive flat screens anyway. Apple likes to keep the design familiar, and frankly, if it is not broken, do not fix it. This keeps their manufacturing costs incredibly low and ensures all your old accessories remain perfectly compatible. However, we might see a very interesting shift in the external materials. Apple is heavily focused on being eco-friendly right now. We might see them use different composite plastics or heavily recycled metals. It will likely look exactly the same from the couch, but it will feel much more modern and sustainable when you pull it out of the box. Maybe they will even release it in a wild color like tactical desert titanium. Just kidding. It will probably stay matte black. Let's talk about the features that actually make this upgrade worth your hard-earned money. You guys remember what it was like setting up a home theater back in the late 90s? You had receivers the size of a microwave, massive spools of speaker wire hidden under the carpet, and a remote control that looked like it could launch a space shuttle. We spent thousands of dollars and whole weekends just to get decent sound. Now, we expect all of that magic to happen through a tiny black box. But right now, voice control on the TV feels like a broken promise. You sit down after a long day at work, you ask Siri to find a show, and it completely misunderstands you. It is infuriating. If Apple Intelligence successfully comes to the living room, the Apple TV instantly stops being a passive box. It becomes the absolute command center for your entire home. With the A17 Pro and a much faster neural engine, Siri can handle highly complex requests locally. It will recognize different voices in your house with pinpoint accuracy. You won't have to hunt through 5 different menus just to find a specific show. You can just ask, and because of the on-device processing, it will happen almost instantly without lagging. This brings us right to the smart home angle. The Apple TV often acts as the silent hub for your smart home. With this new model, this role becomes infinitely more important. It can manage your smart lights, your security cameras, and your door locks much more reliably because it will likely support the absolute latest standards like Matter and Thread. It will talk to all your connected devices significantly faster. If you have security cameras, the new chip can even handle things like person or package detection right on the box itself. This means your private camera feeds stay strictly private and off the cloud. Speaking of the technical details, audio and video fans have their own massive wish list right now. A lot of home theater guys are hoping for better HDMI pass-through. This would allow your high-end sound system to handle the audio signals directly without the Apple TV interfering and messing up the mix. We also highly expect support for much newer formats, specifically Wi-Fi 7 and Bluetooth 6. These might sound like boring technical details, but they matter immensely for a device meant to last another 4 years. Faster Wi-Fi means absolutely zero buffering for high bitrate 4K content. Better Bluetooth means significantly more stable connections for your wireless game controllers and your AirPods. What about the exact price? I know this is the part that usually worries people. Historically, Apple has kept the Apple TV in a very specific competitive range. Currently, you can get a model for around $140 for the Wi-Fi version and roughly $160 for the version with Ethernet and Thread support. I honestly do not expect a massive price jump. If Apple truly wants this to be the gateway device that forces Apple Intelligence into every single home in America, they absolutely need to keep it affordable. However, there is a small chance we see a slight price creep, especially if they move toward a more console-like positioning. If they include more base storage and a screaming fast chip as the standard, the entry price could easily move up toward the $200 mark. But my bet is Apple sticks to the current pricing strategy. They want as many people as possible to have an AI-capable device in their living room before the massive tvOS 27 rollout. So where does that leave us right now? We have a product that is aggressively overdue for an update. We have a software future that absolutely demands more RAM and a much faster chip. And we have a gaming potential that has literally never been higher. Remember earlier when I promised to tell you the specific reason for this massive delay? It was never about manufacturing issues or supply chain problems. It was entirely about Apple waiting for their new AI software to be perfectly ready just to justify putting an expensive A17 Pro into a TV box. They deliberately held the hardware back so it could launch as the ultimate Trojan horse for Apple Intelligence. Whether Apple drops this via a silent press release tomorrow or waits for a massive stage moment at WWDC 2026, one thing is absolutely clear. The current Apple TV is reaching the end of its road, and the new one is going to change everything. I want to hear from you down in the comments. Are you going to buy this on day one just for the faster chip? Or are you waiting to see what tvOS 27 actually looks like before you spend your money? Let's do a quick community prediction. Tell me the exact month you think Apple will officially ship the new Apple TV. I am going to come back to these exact comments when the box actually launches to see who got it right.